with Boston. Laurenti, can you hear me?
Hello, sir. Welcome to Hyundai.
I just need a car to get to and from work. That's it. Nothing fancy.
Okay. Well,
Not real.
Hello? Oh, hey, how you doing? It's me, 94 HJY. John Laurenti here. It's Celebration Sounds. It's the delay. Anyway, I want to thank you for coming down. We've got our listeners here for the Boston Face-to-Face. And, yeah, go ahead, make some noise. I don't think I can hear you in the soundproof studio. But I just want to say that this is a big thrill for me. The first album I ever bought was the Boston record. That and Kiss Rock and Roll Over. Without any further ado, we'll come back and we'll talk to you right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Boston on 94 HJY.
Cool.
So unfair, and you know I will remember. You said you'd always be there when you go. Hey, I wanted you to know I wish you were mine. Just wanted you to know I have a good time.
You real, Kimmy.
Want to do it again?
your home of rock and roll, 94 HJY, Boston, face to face. You guys sound great. For guys that for guys that have been just hanging out for a few days.
Say that to all the guys.
We've been practicing.
You have been practicing. It shows. Man, we just heard "Turn It Off" from the new album "Corporate America," "Peace of Mind," and the new single, of course, "I Had a Good Time." And let me just say, I was lucky enough to see Boston at the House of Blues in 1994, and this room is a lot bigger than the House of Blues stage.
Was that the show that I had a voice, or the show I had no voice?
No, that was the show. I think you had a voice, but it was just
okay.
The stage is so small there that the band just teetered on the edge of the stage. We're gonna pay some bills. We're gonna come back and we'll do some questions and we'll play some more music. Yes. All right.
Sure.
It's your home of rock and roll, 94 HJY with Boston, face to face. All right, it's your home of rock and roll, 94 HJY. It's John Laurenti down here at Celebration Sounds. We got Boston in the studio for face to face. You guys, it's a new record and everything, and it sounds great. Let me just introduce the band real quick, and then we'll get into some more music. Brad Delp, of course, that voice. If you missed it, they did "Peace of Mind," which sounded great. Tom Scholz, of course, he's the. I don't know if some of you know this, but if memory serves me correctly, Tom, you were the only rock star to hold over 15 patents.
It is over 15. Thanks.
Wow.
How come you didn't say great voice when you introduced me?
Sorry. Gary Peel, who's worked with Sammy Hagar. On bass, Kimberly Dom.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, listen, the guys are going nuts in here. Fran Cosmo.
And in here, too.
And also Anthony Cosmo. And Anthony, I just have a quick question. What's it like working in your dad's band?
Awesome.
That's the appropriate response.
All right, right now the title track from their
Hey,
new
how about
album,
drummer?
Corporate America.
Hey, what?
Oh, I don't have the drummer's name.
Tom Hambridge.
Oh, Tom Hambridge, great, nice.
Nice going.
I'm sorry. They always forget the drummer, don't they? Right now, title track from Corporate America. It's 94 HJY with Boston.
Sunken tanker dumped some 17,000 tons of sludge off the Spanish cover dam before sinking into the ocean. But you can take your bottom line and shove it.
Wow. I'm telling my boss I'm going home for the day. I've seen it all now. I've seen it all. Boston face to face. Thank you. That was tremendous. Smoking from their debut. Also, we heard God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen in Corporate America. And the gentleman behind me said, what a great transition. What a great bridge you went from Corporate America into God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. So that was just phenomenal. And Tom, I think you need a few extra appendages to actually work everything that you're working over there.
He already has appendicitis.
We're going to pay some more bills. We're going to come back, and then we're going to do the face-to-face with our listeners. It's Boston on your home of rock and roll, 94 HJY, face-to-face. And again, thank you very much, guys. And Tom Schultz is like the tallest rock star ever. and an MIT grad and everything else. And
most bumps on my head to prove it.
Now, have you stopped playing basketball?
No,
because every time you play basketball, you end up hurting something, and then we don't get anything. We don't get a tour. We get nothing.
No, I'm doing something safer, and I'm doing freestyle ice skating jumps.
Well, let's get the face-to-face started, and up first is Julie Taylor.
Hi, how are you?
Get right up on the mic.
Okay, do you think that by putting out the few albums that you did is what made the band Boston be the hit-making band they are, and what has kept you guys together all these years without fading away?
Oh, you mean because we don't make albums very often?
Yeah, that's a good thing.
I have no idea, but we don't have any choice because it takes like 4 or 5 years for every album we do. So that's just the way it works out. I think we're actually on an exact 8-year per album average. Somebody pointed that out to me.
Well, you guys are awesome.
Which sounds really scary. You're so sweet, Jerry.
Thank you.
Up next, we have Gerald Laskowski.
Very good. How you doing, Tom?
Hey, Jerry.
Who were your musical influences when you wrote your first album, and who, if any, are some of your newer musical influences that may have shown up in this new album?
Well, let's see. My newest musical influence is Kimberly Dom. But that's understandable, don't you think?
Absolutely.
And Anthony. I want to leave him out. Originally, I'd had to say Jeff Beck, early Led Zeppelin, and maybe some early Joe Walsh back in the James Gang.
What about nowadays?
The Kinks. Kimberly Dom.
Kimberly Dom. Can't blame it.
Thank you, Tom.
I always play better when she's around.
Well, that's a good thing. Michael Vandegrift. Hope I said that right.
Michael has a good story. He drove all the way from Ohio.
You drove all the way
Whoa!
I drove all
from
night
Ohio.
from Ohio.
That's right.
I know what cornfields look like.
Yeah. Tom, with all the success of the classic Boston sound, what drove you to expand to Boston music on Corporate America?
Let's see. Sheer lack of variety. Truthfully, my musical tastes have always been much broader than what's on Boston albums, and I just figured after 20 years, it was time to have a little artistic freedom. So Anthony and I talked about it before we started and said, no, there's going to be no limits. Whatever we do, we do. And there's always a thread of Boston in it, though, don't you think?
Yeah, you definitely pick up the Boston in there.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Have you ever thought about taking a classic song and giving it the Boston sound? Have you ever, is there one song you want to do that you think...
Oh, a cover tune?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have really loved to have done that Kinks song, but Van Halen beat me to it.
Oh, well, they did it. Actually, they did a couple. They did...
Yeah, they did both of the ones I liked.
All right, Stacy Smith?
Born to Be Wild ones.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we had, yes.
Well, that's pretty cool.
We have my stage guitar roadie doing the vocals for it. We took a lot of flack for that.
Up next is Stacy Smith.
Hey, Stacy.
Hey, Tom. Nice to meet you. I just wanted to ask, where did you meet Kimberly?
We met her in a bar. But she was playing on stage. Gary and I went to... we were actually going to check out Tom playing drums, and Kimmy was singing. And she was playing guitar and singing awesomely. So Gary and I both got the idea at the same time that maybe she could play bass. And then we were fighting over who was going to teach her how to play. But she didn't need any lessons from us, as it turned out.
She's gorgeous.
Yes, she is.
and she fits the height restriction of the band, too.
Right, that's right. Over 6'3".
Must be over 6 feet. Michael Gesualdo. Brad Delp has a question. No, Brad Delp, you have a question you can ask Tom.
I'm sorry, you'll have to go to the
Are you
back
looking
of the
for a
line,
raise?
Brad.
I wanted to know if there was going to be per diem for today, or if it was just for yesterday. Either way, it's okay. But
you have to ask the guy with the glasses.
check with Jim. Okay.
Always the guy with the glasses. Michael Gesualdo, please come up and get face to face with Tom.
Good to meet you.
Man, I'm psyched to be here. My question is, are you working on any new fascinating technologies?
Yeah, actually, but they're kind of strange things. I'm working on a new ice skate, and I'm working on a back brace. I'm honest to God. Honest to God.
I remember the cast.
Yeah.
You must
maybe
have
a new knee brace.
You must have a hell of a workshop at home. Of course, with all that Boston money.
I can't climb over the junk to get into it. That's the problem.
Is Donald Russell where I...
Here.
Okay.
Hey, Don.
You guys, by the way, you have a father and son out there. We actually have a father and daughter in here. So
cool.
Talk about age range. Quick question. You guys, when are you going to be on tour again? We got to see you live.
We're going out this spring. Going to go everywhere.
You're going to be in
play the world.
How about Massachusetts?
That's part of the world. We're going to
Sharon Archambault.
Hey, Sharon. Nice to meet you.
In rock and roll band. Okay, where in Rhode Island did you play, and who was the man that came to the stage?
Well, I hate to burst that bubble, but we actually didn't play in Rhode Island. That was it. That song was a. But now we did. Now we finally got here and played, and we're waiting for that guy with the cigar. But, no, that was a little fantasy that somebody had about the band. That was how you're supposed to make it back in the 70s. We did it working in a basement instead of.
You did it great.
Well, yeah, because someone told me that the rumor was that you played Rocky Point, and that was like that's where that whole thing started.
We did play Rocky Point, but we played that song at Rocky Point. So.
Rhonda Del Senor, where is Rhonda? Rhonda went to the bathroom.
Rhonda.
You're listening to 94 HJY Boston Face to Face, and we just had them play. If you missed it. And they did a great Christmas song, God Rest You Merry Gentlemen. Step up to the microphone.
Help her out, she's nervous.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
well,
me too. Me too.
What Rhonda wanted to know was the demos for More Than a Feeling and Peace of Mind that Tom and Brad recorded in '74, recorded in your basement in Watertown, Mass. I knew that. How many record companies heard the demos before you got signed to CBS?
Well, Peace of Mind, about 24, and More Than a Feeling, only one. That tells you something, doesn't it?
Okay, James. James is Gingras, right?
That's it, Gingras.
Okay,
that's close. Hey, Tom.
Hey, Jim.
We started off really good back in the 70s. We got an album out, and we got another album out really quick, and then it was 30 years later. We're still working on number 5, 6.
My God, 30?
We have to wait.
God. Do you know how old I am then?
How long do we have to wait for the next one?
Well, not a day over 29 years.
That's good.
Promise.
That's good.
Scout's honor.
Okay.
And I noticed that you put a live song on the new record. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we did.
Living for you.
You know what? Franny just sings the song so good, and I mixed it down for a charity CD, and I just thought, that the world has to hear this, so that's why it's on.
That's why it's there. Where was it recorded at Great Woods? Or was it somewhere else? Toronto?
Toronto, yeah.
There you go.
Donnie Wilson.
Donnie Wilson, come forward.
Thank you.
Hey, Donnie.
How are you?
Good, thanks.
Well, ever since I heard that guitar and that voice, I was hooked. My question is, this seems like this is the first effort where you have participation from a lot of fantastic people, by the way, beyond two great fantastic
Aren't they awesome?
people. Is this a band? Does this feel like a band now going forward?
This is actually, as you can tell, a real band. It's really the first time that's happened in the whole 25 years. It's been, mostly Brad and me overdubbing tracks, and these people are very talented.
And a great one. Thanks, guys.
Yes, give it up for Boston. Brad Delk, Tom Scholes, Gary Peel, Kimberly Dom, Fran Cosmo, Anthony Cosmo, and, of course, Tom Hambridge. I remembered him this time.
We got that now.
And Brad's going to go to the mall and do some signing at our rock and roll auction. Amy Hagan is down there.
Oh, so we're going to be shopping.
Well, I will take you shopping. There's some great stuff there, Brad, and we'll do that. But we get the rock and roll auction happening down at the Rhode Island Mall again, Boston. Thank you very much.
And can I put in a quick plug for Operation Christmas for everybody to help out with their little telethon that they do each year? It's going on now.
Excellent. Corporate America is the album, and it's in stores now. It makes a perfect Christmas present for your Boston fan and your family. And once again, I want to thank Celebration Sounds, Artemis Records, and, of course, the listeners of HJY for allowing us to come in here in Boston. Thank you very much. Good luck. Much success. Happy holidays, and hope 2003 we'll see you at the Tweeter Center.
Cool.
Or my basement, wherever you... It's your home of rock and roll, 94 HJY, Boston, face-to-face. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.